Hey restorers, this is going to be a carb clean on one of these Briggs. It's a newer Briggs. I really don't know the model of it exactly, but it's this style with the air filter box on the side and the exhaust over here. It's kind of similar to the plastic carb Briggs, except that this one actually has a metal carb on it. So I got this mower. Drained out the gas, and it had a good amount of water in it. So if there's water laying in here, there's probably water in the carb, and maybe it just needs the fuel system cleaned out. But I'm going to do a carb disassembly just to show you that. So this air filter, unscrew this little nut, and I never worked on one of these actually. I guess this does not come out, just stays in there. This post is fixed. This is the type of air cleaner, has a foam, I guess a washable foam on the outside, which is pretty good. So both you and I are doing this for the first time. We're gonna have to take these two bolts out, disconnect this fuel line down here. To pull this tank, we're probably gonna have to take the recoil, 1 bolt, 2 bolts, 3 bolts. So let me get that stuff off and we'll be right back. So on these, I wasn't sure if this was metric or not. This is 5/16 because I tried a 7mm and that didn't work. But this guy down here is 8mm. So I don't know why this is SAE and this is what it is, but anyway, that's just letting you know what's on here. Okay, so I got that disconnected. This looks like the plastic carb that you find on the other cheapo plastic carb engines, except this body here is metal, so we should be able to clean it. I may not have to take the tank off. I could just disconnect this fuel line. It's got this nice hunk of metal here that grabs on, so it looks like it's built a little bit better than your, I've called it the cheapo with the plastic carb. So looks like we got 2 more bolts here. So I'll guess that they're both 8s. Yeah, looks like they're 8mm. One. Yeah, that one's in there. 2. Okay, I'll get these bolts out, unhook off of here. Let me get these bolts off. So I can use 2 hands. Okay, so I got the 2 bolts out. This backing plate actually fell off. This goes in the back here. I'm just setting that on the side. Get this carb loose. Got to disconnect 2 linkages and a fuel line. I think I'm gonna take this off first so I have more room to maneuver to get those linkages out. Okay, we got 2 linkages. That one's a little hook. This one got a little bend in it. I'm gonna try to think, maybe get this one first. I got both of them. Okay, so just know which one goes where. The throttle goes there, and then so that's how it's gonna go back. All right, It's only 2 holes to hook up, so there's nothing to get wrong on it. And let's open this up and see what it looks like. Okay, so this is still 1/2 inch. Why they're 9mm, I don't know. Or 8mm. They're starting to leak out. This actually looks pretty good. Maybe it's just water contamination in here. Looks like it. Looks like salad dressing. The rest of this looks good. Actually, probably don't even need to clean this. Just get this old gas out of here. If you could see that little kind of bead rolling around, that would be what's separated, what's water and what's gas. And actually right here, you can see these beads. It's actually just a little stuff dripping out. They try to drain the tank, but nothing was coming out. You can see that separating out. There's really not much gas in here. It's almost mostly water. You can kind of see that little top in the back. There's like a line. So that means that it's pretty much all water. No wonder why it won't fire up, but this really doesn't look bad. Just need to just get the water out of here, so I'm actually not going to do a carb clean on this. Oh, take that back. It's crudted up inside there. Okay, so it looks like we're going to end up with a carb clean. Okay, so here we are taking this apart. Put that float pin. Put this straight out. Here's your needle. And this one does not have a removable seat. We're asking to remove a seat, but I'm not going to be able to do it on this one. So really this guy here is just the main jet's clogged up. It looks like that seat there is pretty good. So I'm going to take this over to the ultrasonic, clean it up a little bit, reassemble, and then I guess we'll do a part 2 with the reassembly. Oh, one other thing on this one. This also has the, I would consider the world's worst spark plug. This is supposed to take a Champion 12RJYC, something like that. And it's got this E3. So I have had starting problems with these plugs. So I will be removing this also. All right, stay tuned, part 2.